Hi everyone, it's Stamp Ventures with Shauna. I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my tutorial at Tuesday evening at 8:02 actually. It's a little bit later than 8:02. I'm running behind here, but I'm just about ready to get started. There, I've got my iPad up so I'll be able to see your comments. I'm doing something different tonight. I'm going to be cutting one of these 3 pieces of designer paper into pieces and making a project with it. And you're going to get a chance to vote on which piece that I'm going to cut up. But while we're waiting for people to join, I am have a funny for the evening and a weather word. And the weather word is simply spring. It was just one of those lovely days where it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cool. There was a bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud, and it wasn't too windy. So just kind of one of those perfect in-between medium spring days was what we enjoyed today. Hi to Melanie and Brenda. Yeah, Melanie is in this paper, just amazing. And hi to Sue and Darlene. Okay, and my funny, here we go. So, I know tons of you have seen this, but it's just like, there's so much truth to this little memo of funny. Remember, if you lose a sock in the dryer, it comes back as a Tupperware lid that doesn't fit any of your containers. So true, so true. All righty. And while we've got a few people logged on, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about each of these new designer papers. They are from the new annual catalog that's going to go live on June 4th. And my goal tonight is to get you to cut up one of your very favorite pieces of designer paper. The one thing that I have found about the designer paper in the new annual catalog is that it's amazing. It's just gorgeous. I don't know, it seems like Stampin' Up! Knocks it out of the park with the designer papers every year. So I'll tell you just a tiny bit about each one of these packs that they come from so that when you see the new catalog, you know to look for them. This first piece is from a pack of paper called Perennial Essence, and some of you maybe have heard me say that I consider this pack to be the Monet pack of the new catalog. So it's got these amazing watercolors, and I'll just show you. Oh, that's the one that I had out already. There's just a couple of them. I won't show them to you all, but they're just so beautiful. And the backs are kind of a soft Monet style to them as well. So just to repeat that again, so to remember, if you want to vote for this one, I'm going to put P for Perennial Essence is the name of that pack of paper. Now this next pack of paper, hello to Karen, is from the Magnolia Lane set of designer papers. And this one's a little bit not as soft on the back. It's got a few more interesting graphics, and I'll show you a couple other pieces. So this one's, well, definitely floral and botanical as well. And then some soft petals, soft leaves, lots of, I think it's mossy meadow that's in there, and some beautiful magnolias with the petal pink. So that's, I'm going to put an M for Magnolia Lane. So let's see if we've got this. P for Perennial Essence, M for Magnolia Lane, and then this last one is from a pack called Mosaic Mood. And this is a specialty paper, and I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see this, but I'm trying to hold it at a few different angles so that maybe at some point while I'm moving it, it will catch the light, and you'll be able to see that in some of those little mosaic areas, there is glossiness, and it's one of these papers, once you see it, in real life. It's just, oh, it captures your heart. And there isn't glossy on the back, but just some more sort of organic, natural designs. And some of you have seen the mosaic paper that has, lots of people have done things with the mosaic hummingbirds. They're just gorgeous. And then there's some, they remind me of papers that would be kind of like Moroccan. So, and there you, again, there's that glossiness in the mosaics. So they're all beautiful. And I guess I picked this one because I thought the roses, it was absolutely gorgeous. So what did I say that one was? Mosaic Mood. I'm going to see, oh, that's 2 M's. Okay, so this is Magnolia. This one is Mosaic. And this one is Perennial Essence. There we go. All right, so over the next 25, 30 seconds, I'm going to take votes. And you can, and once the 30 seconds or whatever it is, 45 seconds, something like that are up, the one that gets the most vote, I am going to cut it up and make a card project with it. And as your votes come over the screen, oh, Darlene says she loves the magnolias. Okay, so I'm going to give 1 vote to Magnolia. And if you want to make it easier to type into the screen, PE could be Perennial Essence, Mag could be Magnolia, Mose could be Mosaic. Oh, Melanie says Mosaic. Okay, so we've got a couple votes coming in so far. Yeah, and just in like another 30 seconds or so, I will tally up the amount of votes, and the one that gets the most vote, I will make into the project. And while I'm waiting for, oh, Susan says Magnolia, 2 for Magnolia. And while I'm waiting for those, Karen says Mosaic. I was just thinking, while I'm waiting for more of the votes to come in as to which paper I'm going to cut up, I thought I'd remind people that on Saturday morning, I'm going to be having a breakfast crafting session. And anybody who would like to come and make a Post-it note holder that looks like this. It stands up, but that's probably not a very good angle for you, so I'll hold it down like this. Hold a 3x3 pad of sticky notes, and there's room for a pen to slide down beside them. Make sure you let me know, because I will save a spot for you Saturday morning. We're meeting at 9 o'clock. We'll have fresh baked muffins and cheese, and I will demonstrate how to make this project while you're eating your muffins and cheese. And then when you're done eating, you'll be all ready to make one of your own sticky note pad holders. And yeah, they just stand up like with an easel stand there. So, all right. Oh dear, oh, this is no good. We've got a tie. Let's see, Magnolia, Mosaic, Magnolia, Mosaic. We need another person to weigh in as to which piece of designer paper I'm going to cut into here. Maybe I'm gonna have to do some kind of a tiebreaker. Let's see, trying to think, do I have, oh, I know, if I grab, we could say that Magnolia is heads and Mosaic is tails. And I'm just gonna grab a coin and we'll break the tie that way. All right, so just gonna grab a coin here. What have I got? Okay, I've got a dime. There's the heads. And there's the tails. Whoops. And I don't know, should I shake it? Because I don't want it to go all over. I can just see it with... Okay, there we go. Oh, tails. That's a sailboat. So I'm going to cut apart the Mosaic Mood paper. All right. But after you see me do this, you're going to want to cut apart all of your designer paper. It's just such a great project that I'm going to do, card project with this paper. And now as I'm getting ready to cut it apart, I'm like, where did I set my paper trimmer? I gotta grab it. It's just right over here. Okay, I'm back with the paper trimmer. Whoops, sorry, that was a little bumpy. So, when we make standard size cards, they are usually 5.5 inches by 4.25. So then the next layer down would be 5.25 by 4. So to start with, I'm going to cut this designer paper into 4-inch strips, which is perfect because 12 divides by 4 evenly. So that's the wonderful thing about the measurement of 4 inches. So there we go. I've got 3 strips that are 4 inches wide each. And now I will cut them at 5.25. Have any of you watched Kylie Bertucci's Love It, Chop It videos? Just wondering if some of you have seen those. Hi, Elaine. Oh, glad you got that in your mailbox. Good stuff. If you haven't had a chance to watch Kylie Bertucci and her Love It, Chop It videos, she'd be doing just like this, chopping it into pieces, 5.25 by 4, so that, there we go. There. I did it. I know. This paper is just, it's screaming. It's like, I'm being chopped, but I'm so beautiful. That's the whole purpose of this beautiful paper, is to love it to pieces. Melanie thinks she's seen some of Kylie Bertucci's videos. Well, if you haven't, like Google Love It, Chop It, and you will see all kinds of wonderful ideas that Kylie suggests for using your designer paper. And one of them, she says, is like when you get a pack of paper, cut it up right away into 4 by 5.25 pieces. So look at that, right off the bat, out of one piece of paper, instantly, boom, 6 cards. And look at, there's a few extra little pieces. And you can save these little pieces too, because these can be, you can use them in different ways on a card, and you'll be surprised what you come up with. Now, Kylie had a really interesting idea. She suggested that, Karen says she saw Kylie talking about it, but haven't really watched it in its entirety. And Karen, I probably haven't watched them all either, but I've watched enough that I've got the gist of it. Kylie says once you've chopped up your whole pack of beautiful paper, you can get a case like perhaps one of our wide wood mount cases and store all your papers in here so that anytime you need to make a quick card, you can just hop in there and grab one of these and you're good to go. And here's a tip for when you're storing it. So I'm just going to grab this pack of paper here. On the back of the cellophane, here it says, like, this is from the Mosaic Mood Specialty Designer Series paper. You could take and cut that little piece of paper from the back of the packaging and slip it into your storage case. So then you've got all of the colors that coordinate with this paper, and you've got the name of it too, so you remember what this paper was called. So yeah, throw that in there. That's really important to put that in with your pieces that you've cut up. Whoops, I caught one of the little ones on the side there. And it is so quick to make a card. And so yeah, here's my project, and I love this project so much because what this project is going to do, it is actually going to show off both sides of the paper. And I never really thought about too much about how you can do that on just a basic card, but I saw something the other day that was an aha moment, and I'm so excited for this. Okay, I have here a piece of cardstock, white cardstock that's 11 inches long. Yeah, 11 inches long. It's 4.25 inches wide, and it's scored at 5.5. So I'm going to fold that. There's my card base. Now I'm going to use this die, and some of you saw me showing this on a video last week. And this is a brand new set of nesting dies that are going to be in the new annual catalog. Oh yeah, we'll talk to you later, Melanie. And oh, I'm just reading what you wrote, Karen. And oh, I've been doing that with my papers. I usually take them out of the wrap and put it into 12 by 12 photo pockets. Oh, that's another way too, is to cut it into 12 by 12 pieces. Yeah, absolutely. Because yeah, we even do have some papers that are in already come 12 by 12s. So just to let you know, I don't think I told you last week, these are the stitched nested labels dies, and they're going to be in the new annual catalog, and there's all the sizes, and I think this one is the second largest size. Hello to Linda there. Linda, you're going to recognize this because I showed you this at our team meeting. I did this idea with our team. You could sew, if you're a demonstrator, you could sew do a class with people on this. They could come and each get a piece of designer paper, or bring a designer paper from home that they haven't used, and you can say, okay, you're going to come to this class and you're going to cut it up and actually use it. So let's get people using this beautiful paper. Okay, so the stitched nested die. What I did was I ran it through the Big Shot. I centered it on the front of my card like that and ran it through the Big Shot. And through the magic of television, ta-da, there it is. There's my nested die that is cut out. I just want to go back for a second about these brand new dies. These are the ones that are made by Stampin' Up's new die manufacturer. I am really, really happy with these. Now, these are the only ones that I've tried so far from that are from the new manufacturer. But when I had to like pop the piece out of here, it came out so nicely. Like these little stitched pieces did not grab into the paper and make it hard to pop it out. It was just slick. It just came out like butter. I'm really happy with how this is performing, and I'm thinking going forward that the new die manufacturer actually may be an improvement over what we've had. All right, so there was a piece inside here, and so there it is. And what I'm going to do is magic of television. I'm going to stamp some words on here. Hello, dear friend. So there it is. It was in there, but now it's popped out. And in case you're wondering, well, where hello, dear friend came from, it's from this Life is Grand stamp set in the Occasions catalog. It's not going to be carrying forward. I'm kind of disappointed because this is, it's like these words are distinctive. They've got light areas and shaded dark areas on them. So you get a couple of tones of the color showing when you stamp them. And in case you're wondering which color I stamped this in, this is one of our new in colors. It's called Terracotta Tile. And I knew to choose that color because, again, I looked on the back of the packaging for the designer paper, and the terracotta tile was listed as one of the colors, and you can see the dark terracotta tile in the roses. So went with that. All right, my next step, I'm going to take this designer paper and I'm going to glue it on to the front of the card. So I will be covering up that space that I have cut out. And a lot of you know how I like to glue. I'm just going to run some snail right across the very top. I don't want to run snail in the middle because I don't want the glue showing through the hole here. And I got to stand up to, see if I can get this centered. Standing always helps me this way. Okay, so it's glued at the top there. All right, and now I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to apply some more glue just around the edges. Yeah, and a little bit down at the bottom. Oops, I think I got a little too far over the edge there. That's okay. I can just take my finger and rub the glue back so that it's not going to be showing along that bottom edge. Okay, so there is the front of my card showing off that beautiful paper. It is, oh, it is so gorgeous. By the way, I'm going to be having a paper share when the new annual catalog comes out, and everybody who signs up for the paper share will get a 6x6 piece of every single designer paper in the catalog. So watch for information on that. All right, so for Hello Dear Friend, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. You can see how quick you could make like a stack of cards at a class using this technique or this style of card. And I'm going to center that there. So just some simple words. You could stop there if you wanted. You could just make your card that quick. Oh, I'm a little bit crooked, but you know what I was going for there. But I went a step further and I grabbed my Butterfly Gala stamp set and I stamped this butterfly in terracotta tile. And then after I'd stamped it in terracotta tile, I stamped again with these two fill-in stamps, and the fill-in stamp color that I used was So Saffron, so that I got a butterfly that looks like this. And I was trying to pick up the yellow that's in the background here. Actually, the yellow that it says that goes with this designer paper is crushed curry, but crushed curry at full strength was really too much to stamp over top of the terracotta tile. So the So Saffron was nice and light, and that worked really well. And then like for every little second segment of the butterfly, I went in and I colored with daffodil to brighten it up even a little bit more. Oh, I just thought of something else too. You know how like these little pieces of the mosaics, some of them are shiny and glossy. You could take a Wink of Stella, and on every second segment of the butterfly where you've covered the Daffodil Delight, you could color with the Wink of Stella, and so you'd get that kind of glossy, well, it'd be more shimmery, I guess, but that sort of, that idea that segments of it are a little bit shinier and kind of keep with the theme of it. So, okay, I need a, oh, you know this little piece in the middle of the butterfly? I stamped that with black. It's just this little body butterfly stamp right here. I stamped it twice so that I could get it nice and dark, because the first time I stamped it, it was just sort of black. So I stamped it again right over top, and then it made it extra black. Okay, so dimensional on the back of that, and I'm going to bend my butterfly wings up a little bit and try to decide which direction do I want this butterfly to go. Perhaps, oh, I don't know, something like that. There we go. And now I always have to have a little bit of bling, especially, you know, on my pretty cards like butterflies and stuff. I've got some, let's see. I've got some, trying to decide which size of, do I want one or do I want two? How many rhinestones? 1, 2, oh, I don't know. I could do a whole row of them, I guess, and then it would cover up the black. I'm not sure. Maybe I just like one. What do you guys think? There. Anyways, it's just a little something to add an extra blingy touch to the butterfly. And now, here's the thing, and you, I know I've already figured this out, but when you open the card to the inside, there's a place for you to write your message, and there, now you can see the inside, on the inside cover, there's the other side of the designer paper, and that just adds a little extra that makes that card. I don't know if you're talking about the bling, but also the other side of the paper, and that's why I think so many people have a hard time, well, you know, it's beautiful to cut it up, but then they're like, oh, I'm destroying this piece of paper. But this way it shows both sides of our gorgeous papers, and you can make so many of them in one sitting. It's a great way to make a whole bunch of cards. And in case, if you don't want to go to the work of, you know, having to cut your own card bases, I took, here's some of our note card sized cards and envelopes that already come cut and scored, and I did the same thing. I cut the center of it, and this was some of the paper from Celebration. It was like the butterfly, was it called Butterfly Gala paper? Anyways, it was the Celebration paper that was all butterfly-y, and it had some flowers on it too. And there was the little butterfly and the words from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. Thank you so very much. And there again, you can see more butterflies when you open it up. Oh, the butterfly just adds a little extra. Okay, thanks, Karen. Yeah, so get out your paper, cut it up, make sure you're using it, and if you're a demonstrator, get your customers having fun with it too, because when it sits there in that package, you're the only one who's seeing it, and you're enjoying it, but not really this way. When it's a card, you can stand it up and look at it, and so many other people can enjoy it too. So I hope you like the idea of loving your paper to pieces, love it to pieces, and cut out, and of course, it doesn't just have to be this stitched nested shape. It could be an oval, it could be our stitched rectangles, it could be a square or a circle, whatever size and shape that you think works for the words or the design that you're using on the front of your card. So yeah, get out your stamps, get out your paper, love it to pieces. And if you have any questions, give me a shout. And thanks so much for joining me for this live tutorial tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye for now.